Hello everybody and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. It's been so long since I recorded that Michiru episode because as you can tell that was an accident. I'm trying to record but I thought it was Sachi's episode, so I'm sorry for the confusion if some of you had confusion. Apparently I picked the wrong answer to this question up ahead and I didn't even realize it because I had to rewatch the video.
Nani? 英方向の求め方? それとも国語辞典の426ページに何が書いてあるか?
No. I want to know if you have a best friend. I carefully state my inquiry, watching Michiru's face intently. I expected some sort of telling reaction, but there don't seem to be any results worth mentioning. Michiru thinks the matter over for just a moment. The casual expression on her face suggests a woman pondering her dinner menu.
ねえ君、なんでそんなこと聞くの?
Because you're avoiding the topic. Whenever the conversation shifts to friendship, best friends in particular, you immediately begin to act strangely. I thought it might have some connection to your sudden illness.
なるほどね。確かに避けてもおかしくはないと思う。
Hang on one second. I'm not the one you should be talking about that, okay?
私の考えを言わせてもらえば、親友なんて必要ない。
Why do you say that?
だって、お友達はみんなお友達でしょ? その中で誰が一番かなんて順位付けをするのが正しいことだとは到底思えないもの。
I suppose I see your point there.
それに君の考えに従えば、どうせ死んだら最後は一人になってしまう。それなら、特別仲のいい人なんて作りたくない。悲しいだけじゃない。
I can respect that viewpoint. I mean, getting close to someone only to have them die in the end, or you die, I mean, it's sad regardless. I can see why some people just wouldn't even bother, right? Although that is a pretty pessimistic way of looking at it, it is a way, nevertheless.
そうじゃない。現実的なんじゃないかな。
I like this Michiru in a weird way. I like this side of her, like this kind of split personality or dissociative identity. Alright. I understand your thinking on the matter. I'll be heading back now, if you don't mind. This time, I'm fully ready to take my leave, but apparently Michiru is unsatisfied with this conclusion, as she immediately calls out to stop me.
待ってよ。君の話も聞かせてくれる?
I had a feeling she was gonna ask that. What about me?
だから、私に聞いたことと同じこと。
Do I have a best friend, huh?
君には親友はいるの?
Don't know if you want me to answer that. I can't say I really have anyone I could confidently describe that way. I don't make friends. I make enemies.
恋人は?
A lover? Well, can't say that I have. Not in this timeline, anyway. Why are you asking all these questions, I wonder?
へえ、いないんだ。君ってモテそうだけど、なんでいないんだろうね。ずっといないの?
Popularity breeds intimacy. Why do you?
どんな理由でそんな質問をするんだ? それは、私は恋人を作ったことがないから、恋人という存在がどんなものか興味があるのよ。
I see. So this is what they call idle curiosity.
キスはしたことある?
I have, yes.
ねえねえ。キスってどんなの? やっぱり気持ちいいの? 簡単に言うと、どう?
Out of respect for your admirable attempt at brevity, I'll keep my answer simple as well. Kiss is a moment of contact between two sets of mucous membranes. When you put it like that, it's not romantic in the slightest, is it? But That's just a kiss on the biological sense, not the romantic sense, however.
それは簡単すぎる気がする。
Everything can be as simple as you want it
し
to
てみ
be.
てもいい？
What? Not particularly, I suppose.
ありがとう。では。
She gonna kiss us, really? She rises up on. I bet she's gonna flip back. How much you wanna bet she's gonna flip back at the moment right here? She rises up on tiptoe and draws her face close. Without a moment's hesitation, she presses her mouth to mine. Oh wow. Probably should have finished reading this before I said anything. Our moist mucous membranes softly adhere to each other. God. Okay, I was not expecting this kiss so soon. Apparently concerned about knocking her nose against mine, Michiru tilts her face slightly to one side. A tuft of blonde hair brushes against my cheek, tickling my nose with the citrusy scent of her shampoo. Is that herbal essences? Smells lovely. Michiru rungs her tongue over her lips and creases her brow thoughtfully. You seem dissatisfied with that.
やってみてもわかんないな。
I don't get it either. It's kind of silly when you think about it. A kiss. Just pushing two lips against each other. I mean, I wonder, at what point did that evolve into a sign of affection? That's a shame, but would you mind telling me why you suddenly...
あ、ちょっと待って。
Okay.
ごめんね。
What? Oh, no, you don't.
またね、ユージ。
No. Get back here. What? Are you going somewhere? Explain yourself. Michiru, is that you?
え？お！
Oh.
おー！近い！何？近い！何よあんた！急に目の前に現れて近すぎるのよ！危うくキスするとこだったじゃない！危ないわね！
How exactly should I interpret this? Seems we're back to the old Michiru. It's a shame, I was just starting to like the new one. Yo, long time no see. Glad to see you're doing well. I was somewhat concerned.
別にあんたに心配してもらわなくてもいいわよ。私変なこと言ってなかった。
Anything strange? Have you ever said anything that wasn't?
キーブもあんたね、失礼にも程があるのですけど。
Kibumo, that's a new one. Does that mean anything? Probably means something. Oh, settle down. I do want an explanation of all this, but I suppose it can wait. You're tired, aren't you? Let's head back to the school.
話ってどういうことよ。あんたになんて何も話してあげないんですからね。
See, people who have extreme split personalities and such often have memory loss in the times that occurs because like different parts of their brain are firing. So this Michiru doesn't have any memories of what the other Michiru is doing, and vice versa. Yes, fine. I'm going to leave you behind now.
待ちなさいよ、ユージ。おかえり。大丈夫だった？私は全然大丈夫よ。むしろユージが大丈夫じゃないぐらいだわ。
Girl speaks truth. I'm somewhat exhausted at present.
それは珍しいわね。でもちゃんと連れて帰ってくるなんてやっぱりユージはしっかりしてるわね。
I do. I think so. Wasn't exactly easy. I hope this is sufficient to satisfy you, Amani.
もちろんよ。オギーなのよ。お兄ちゃんならやってくれると信じていたのよさ。心配かけて悪かったわね。でも悪いなんて思ってないんだからね。
You kinda just did.
ミチル様は何も思わなくていいですよ。何も考えず何も感じずただただ呼吸を繰り返してくださいね。
Nice. Oh, to explain something. You're probably wondering why I'm starting up Grisaia again. Well, it just so happens that the developers, well, not the publishers, I think, Frontwing? Did they publish? I think they no, I think they developed it. Sekai Project published it. Anyway, that's not important. They changed their policy on this game and their titles, so any Frontwing titles can now be played to completion on like Twitch or YouTube or whatever. So that's kind of why I started this up again, because you know what? I've got to finish the story.
そうね。自由に生きる。それが松島みちるスタイル。サチも私のことを分かってきたよね。それがスタイルですね。はいはい。スタイルスタイル。
It's a great style. It really is.
ものすごくあしらわれてる気がするんだけど。そうでしょうか。みちる様を肯定させていただいたのですが。
Well, she might have been brushing you off, but you can't deny she did it with an admirably light touch.
ならいいわ。軽くなら問題なし。これが重くだったら絶対に許してなかったけどね。はい、許した。
Bang, you're forgiven.
許されました。ありがとうございます。それじゃあ私は部屋に戻るわよ。あ、あまね私も行くから待って。それでは私も失礼させていただきます。
You know, of all the girls in this game, Michiru is probably the one I'm most curious about, because her character kind of throughout the series has been pretty much one-dimensional, you know, in a way. So I have a feeling that it's going to be like the best story.
私も部屋で一休みとしゃれ込もうかしらね。
Ooh, siesta. That means afternoon nap in Spanish. Sure, are you really alright?
大丈夫よ。私の心は広いのよ。サチに何か言われたぐらいで落ち込んだりしないわ。
That's a good joke. That's not what I'm referring to. I'm talking about your physical health.
それはまあもう大丈夫よ。慣れてるから。
I see.
何よ。あんたね、もうあんなに近くに来たらダメだからね。
You're the one who approached me.
そんなわけないでしょ。嘘吐きは泥棒の始まりなんだからね。
Michiru, my friend, I think you might have meant deceit.
うるさいわね。嘘つきは泥棒の始まり。嘘吐きは泥棒のさらなる始まりなのよ、この泥棒。
You're right, I have not seen that, so you might be completely right. I don't know. You know what, I'll just take your word for it. Her incoherent babbling apparently concluded for the moment. Michiru stalks off. There have always been things about the girl I found hard to understand, but today her incomprehensibility reached new heights. I think I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this one from now on. I'll keep one eye on her and another eye on Amani. The girl told me our world is a box. What do you put in the box is up to you, I suppose. But it's a box nevertheless. Childhood, everyone's convinced that snow white wings are budding on their back. We tell ourselves, someday I'll fly away from here to some strange and wonderful place. Think that by going where we want to go, we'll magically become the person we want to be. But in reality, there's nowhere else to go, and no feathers to lift us out of the dust. When we finally realize this, it's hard to overstate how bitter disappointment it really is. Maybe you yourself remember that adolescent feeling of powerlessness and futility. Why was I born in the first place? Why do I have to die? That's just how the world works, of course, but we're too fragile and self-centered to accept it. Spend years muttering to ourselves, I'm different from the rest, I have to be. When that delusion finally gives way under the weight of our own mediocrity, we cling next to the thought, someday will take me away from it. Somebody will take me away from it. Someday. Some special circumstance exists, oh my god. Some special existence will swoop down and pluck me out of this ugly, petty, tedious world. I mean, maybe I can't fly, but someone who can will carry me off to the promised land. And when that too is revealed to be nothing but an empty fantasy, the box slowly, solemnly slides shut above us. We have our air holes, barely sufficient to keep us breathing, but our illusionary freedom shrivels and dies. The sky is an impenetrable lid above us, an impressive passive ruler that claims our feathers as tribute. That's the world we live in. Why do we even bother? Class is over and done with for the day, but some of us are still hanging around the classroom. Could have just returned to the door myself, but I was only a few pages away from finishing a book. So I decided to stay at my desk and indulge. I had to figure out, did he ever get that white whale? Oh, not a bad story. The book was Chasing the Dragonfly, Volume 3 by Sendu Akira. Having found the Lesser Emperor tucked away in a corner of the city at the end of Volume 2, I never would have expected Wataru to end up like this. Wataru. Oh! That's a guy from, the Last Resort game I played with David. I don't know why I remember that, but that's like a unique thing that just pops in my head. I'm actually interested in reading some other stuff by this author now, but this book is a badly banged up antique that seems to have passed through half a dozen used bookstores by now. On top of which the publisher is some company called Chikagindu Books that I've never heard of before. Probably went out of business decades ago. Guess there's no point in wasting my time looking. I did indeed. It's pretty decent stuff. Thanks as always. Did I? Well, I don't know about that. I see. I guess I got a little too caught up in the book's world. Not necessarily a bad thing. Concentration and imagination are very closely linked. As an experiment, you can try memorizing the scene before your eyes, then recreating it down to the finest detail in your mind. Repeat this and your ability to focus will gradually improve. You can try it now. I'll wait. I'm not gonna wait, I'm just kidding. There are apparently some people who remember the books they've read as lines of printed type. But that's the exception to the rule. Generally speaking, the scenes you imagine while reading are what stay with you. Personally, I find remembering things I've never actually seen kind of enjoyable in a way. With adequate imagination, you can go anywhere and become anyone. Immersing yourself in that illusionary freedom can make for a nice change of pace from reality. Not to say that I read purely for such practical reasons. Well, to be honest, Michiru, I'm under the impression you exercise less than anyone else in this room. Even Amani puts some effort into keeping up that figure, you know? How does that work? You're an excellent athlete, but you don't need to exercise? I mean... something's fabricated there. Didn't we always play baseball? Like early on in this game, like way early on we played baseball. I think she was pretty bad at it. Before Michiru can even finish her sentence, Sakaki thrusts out an arm with no wind-up. Her empty fist clenched as if holding an imaginary box cutter. Comes to an abrupt halt an inch before Michiru's face. Not half bad for an amateur. If she'd been trying to kill, there'd already be a blade stuck right between Michiru's eyes. Is Yumiko like a secret assassin or something? Well, that's game. Good half-second after the outcome settled, Michiru leans her upper body backward a little. I don't think I've ever seen a backward sway quite this sluggish before. Does the girl have anemia, or what?
全に避けたわよ。
I've seen better, to be honest. To be even more honest, I don't think I've ever seen worse. A perfect failure, one might say. The fight hinges on your ability to formulate split-second tactics, but Michiru is so incompetent that she didn't even recognize the danger she was in. Such utter obliviousness is almost charming in a way. Sorry, but I think this match is settled. A bit of a stretch to even call it a match, really.
でしょ。顔にパンチが当たる直前に避けるこの判断力、そして恐るべきスピード。私って今日も完璧だわ。
I recognize that word. This girl doesn't even seem to realize Sakaki was taking it easy on her. I think she may need to learn her place. What do you think? Sakaki, let's try that again, and this time don't stop. I authorize you to hit her.
だけど、今の見てたでしょ?
I know, that's why I'm saying it. That's exactly why I'm saying this.
そう。ふふふ、いつでも来なさいよね。私がカンペ。あだは。Hey.
She advised didn't know what hit her. She closed her eyes reflexively at the sharp jabbed pain in her forehead. And before they opened again, Saki had already brought her arm back to its previous position. From Michiru's perspective, there's no evidence that Sakaki even moved. The bottle blonde stares uncomprehendingly at her foe, trying to understand how she was attacked. A splendid poke to the forehead. Full marks.
なんか動画使った。電気的な機械のようなもの。
An electronic machine?
いいえ、そんなものは持っていないわ。じゃあ叩いたの？いつ？もう一回やってみて。だってユミコズルしたでしょ。なんか腹水出た。
I think you're bleeding. Give it up before you get a concussion. I don't need you getting KO'd by flicks to the head.
これは素手による攻撃とかじゃなくて、鼻水が出る呪い的なものをかけただけよ。もう帰っていいかしら。
You're dismissed.
ふふふふ、自分の負けを認めたわね。
The show's just too damn proud to ever admit defeat.
なんですって。あ、坂木さんすみません。負けました。ははは、どうもー。来た。もう去った。
She's gone.
どりゃー。インチキしたくせに。ペッペ。私負けてないからね。はあ、ねえユージ、ユミコってばインチキしてたよね。
Well, let's see. She was pulling her punches pretty severely, so you could hardly call that a legitimate competition. Cheating in a broad sense of the word, I suppose. Very broad word.
でしょー。ねえ、インチキだよね。あいつずっげーな。今度後ろから襲ってやるじょ。
Well, see how that goes for you. Is that your idea of playing fair?
目には目を、埴輪がワオでしょ。ちょっと今のは私、おどけすぎたわね。
What was your first hint? Take it down a notch, why don't you? No need to try so hard. I mean, come on.
普通だわよ。無理なんてしてません。プンスカドン。
Punskadon? Something like Mastodon, maybe? Is that case, would the Punska in question be some famous paleontologist? Yes, I'm almost certain that's what it means.
そんなわけないでしょ。
Oh, if it isn't Amani. Were you listening in? I was just trying a little comedy of my own. What do you think? Should I go do stand-up?
わかってるわよ。何が九段のプンスかよ。ユージってたまにそういう変な面を見せるわよね。いろいろな意味でドキッとする。
That's not a compliment, is it? I get the message, alright.
けなしてもいないけどさ。 それにしてもみちるは相変わらずね、元気というか
It's a
バカと
shame.
いうか。
True, it's just the way she...
キスはしたことある？ あれ？ユージどうかしたの？
Nothing, I just heard a voice in my head. I think I'm going mad. All of a sudden, I recall my recent kiss with Michiru. Maybe you can call it a kiss. It was so abrupt, and she seemed so unconcerned about it after the fact. I could almost believe the whole thing was just a dream. Would not surprise me at this point.
ねえユージ、おーい、聞こえてますか？
But I'm honestly less interested in the kiss itself than the other Michiru that delivered it. That's the meat right there. That's what I want to learn. I mean, the Michiru I spoke with on the High Ridge wasn't the Michiru that I know. And that wasn't just an unusual mood or something. She was acting like an entirely different person.
ユージくんってばー、おーい。
But since then, Michiru has been the same as always. I doubt anything will come from pursuing it. She probably doesn't know anything.
おーい、おーい。ザ、近寄りがたい人。
What's wrong? What?
どうしたこっちのセリフでしょ？キュ
You know, just lost in thought, you know me.
ほうほう。もしかしてみちるちゃんのことが気になるのかな？
Yeah, I guess a little.
そうなんだ。スクワットツンデレキングみちる三の
Oh, goodness.
城で
No, we did not.
私だって呼んでないんだからね。
Yes, I know. You don't need to get combative over every little thing.
張り合ってません。どこが張り合ってるっていうのさ。
You serious?
それでしょ、張り合ってるって。ねえねえ、ユージがみちるのこと気になるんだってさ。
I hate you, Amani.
どういうことだろうね。
You're off the Christmas card list. I hope you know that.
気になる？何よ、ユージみちるのなんなのさ。
Don't worry about it. I did say something to that effect, but it's not anything worth getting worked up about, okay?
でもそれ気になるもん。教えなさいよね。
Amani, look what you've done. Okay, bye.
あ、ちょっと。
Oh, boy, it's getting bad in there. Deciding it best to withdraw before the situation takes a turn for the troublesome, I quickly leave the classroom behind.
ってちょっと待ちなさいよね。あんた人に言いたいことがあるならはっきり言えばいいじゃない。
I ain't got nothing to say to no one. The end.
ちょっと。
Seems like the troublesome ship has already sailed. Sheer carelessness on my part, I suppose. Women are, as a general rule, natural-born gossipers. I shouldn't have given Amani anything to work with. That's what you get.
あんた歩くのは
I thought you were this amazing athletic person. What happened to that?
ちょっと待ってなさ。
Alright. I doubt she'd chase me this far. But then again, this is Michiru we're talking about. She's full of surprises. What do you know? Here she is.
あんたなんでそんなに逃げるにゃ。疲れちゃうでしょ。
You okay? Probably sit down. You don't have to follow me, you know.
だって気になるじゃない。あんた私に何かありそうだし。
Well, if she's this determined, running around to escape would be troublesome in its own right. I suppose I could try being honest, seeing where that gets me. For the moment, I look into Michiru's face and carefully observe her expression. Looking for anything suggestive of the other girl's presence.
何ですか？
I don't see a thing. But my friend from the ridge seems to be out of the house at the moment. This right here is definitely the normal Michiru. Damn it. How do I get the other one to come out? Probably what I shouldn't say to her, but... She ineptly attempts a harsh tone bluff, counterproductively drawing attention to the fundamental weaknesses of spirit she's trying to hide. Clearly doesn't even realize I've seen through her. Textbook Michiru.
女の子の顔をジロジロ見るのは明確なルール違反よ。ジュネーブ条約第6条に
Article
も
6 of
引っかか
the
るわよ。
Geneva Convention. I'm tempted to look that up real quick and see what it is, but I don't have that kind of time. Please concisely explain what the Geneva Convention is.
それはこれでしょ。そのジュネーブさんが考えた貴重な動物が絶滅しないように輸入などを制限するやつでしょ。6条が亀についてでしょ。
But sure, you know nothing. All of the articles are about turtles. I think you're talking about the Washington Convention. Either way, what exactly does your face have to do with international trade in endangered tortoises?
うるさいわね。そもそもね、なんで見てるのよ。私の顔に何かついてるってな。
No, come to think of it, I've been focusing exclusively on the girl's expression and the tone of her voice. I might have overlooked some revealing physical change. Shifting my focus, I resume my scrupulous observation of Michiru's face. なぜ黙ったし。And as I lean into an extremely short range, Michiru makes no effort to flee. Probably her stubborn pride as a tsundere at work. True, the girl's breathing is a little roughly through her nose and her eyes are darting around frantically, but by Michiru's standards, she's managing to keep it together. That's good. I see. Is there something on your face?
チェックしろって意味ではないわよ。
Michiru's the same as always. I mean, however, I've made a discovery that seems of potential interest. Kind-hearted individual that I am, I decide to share my findings with the girl. Alright, my observations are complete. There's nothing on your face, your skin is clean, smooth, and youthful, as one might expect of a teenage girl. I didn't detect dirt, encrusted bits of food, or any other blemishes of external origin. There is, of course, a possibility you're infested with face mites, but that's impossible to determine with the naked eye, I'm afraid.
何よその言い方。そうでしょ。何もないのよ。
And it
ちゃんと
shows.
毎日顔洗ってるし。
You do have a bit of a mustache. Now calm yourself. It's only a little peach fuzz. Stands out a bit of very close range. In any case, there's no truth to the old wives' tale about shaving makes the grow back heavier, so deal with it as you wish.
あんたね、そういうのは女の子には直接言わないものなのよ、普通。
You're the one who asked if there was something on your face. I just answered the question.
うっさいわね。そもそもね、産毛はウブなんだからあんま見ちゃいけないのよ。このウブの子にどうするつもりよ。
Wouldn't that be neat if they did, though? Man, that'd be wild. Don't let it get to you. Nobody's gonna laugh at a young woman just because she has a little hair under her nose. Even if you drink a big glass of milk and end up with a bright white mustache, I'll wipe it clean for you like any halfway decent person would. Only a grade score would mock you for something like that.
気にしなくていいって言っても気になるわ。そんなこと言われたの生まれて初めてだもん。もう絶対いつか復讐してやる。背後から襲ってやる。
I'd say if that's the worst you've ever been insulted, you're probably doing pretty good for yourself. I was trying to be considerate, but it seems I've somehow managed to earn Michiru's enmity. I cannot speak today, I'm sorry. I cannot speak most days, apparently. As always, cross-gender diplomacy can be neatly summarized with the phrase, pain in the ass. No reason to work yourself into a frenzy. I wasn't just trying to tease you, alright? I have a reason for observing you, actually.
理由って何なのよ。聞いてあげるから言いなさいよ。
I don't mind, but I doubt you'd be much of a help. I can't say I really understand the situation that well myself, honestly.
何？あんた何言ってんのかよくわかんないんだけど。
It's funny because I don't either. Well, I'm as equally baffled by you, Michiru. I've come to think of you as something of a mysterious woman, to be honest.
そんな風に言わなくても。まあまあ、おしゃまはいいから早く本題に入っていいのよ。
I'm not trying to hit on you. Batter, you seem to be misunderstanding something here. Anyway, long story short, I don't understand what you did to me. Seems completely unlike you.
何？今までの私からはあって、どういうこと？ちょっと気になるじゃない。ちゃんとわかるように言いなさいよ。
Michiru draws closer, visibly unsettled by my choice of words. I wasn't trying to imply anything in particular, but maybe I hit a sore spot. You know, honestly, I don't know if spelling this out is going to make it any less incomprehensible, but I'm talking about what you did to me the other day.
先日？有事にしたこと？
So you don't remember. I kind of suspected as much.
何よ？覚えてるもん。しました、はいはい、確かにね、しましたよね。で、何を？
We went to first base, so to speak. You insisted.
接吻？はあ？してないわよ。ねえ、なんでそんなお侍さんみたいなことするの？私が。何の目的で？どういうこと？
I think she's probably taking first base a little too literally, but I'd feel so ridiculous actually explaining the metaphor that I decided to let her figure it out for herself. How would I know why? You're the one who started this whole thing, not me.
接吻か。したのかな？いや、してないよな。
You really want me to do that?
わかんない。どんな風にやったの？ちょっと再現してみせて。
Look, you're gonna regret this, so listen carefully. When I say first base, I mean...
もう、私のことバカにするんでしょ。接吻ぐらい知ってるわよ。ぐさうえうぎゃーってやつでしょ。
Sure, whatever.
ちょっとね、いくらなんでも知ってますよ、それぐらい。テレビジョンで見たことありますよ。
Television. I'm sorry, I'm not mocking the Japanese language, don't get me wrong. I don't think you do, Michiru. Look, it's a metaphor.
黙って。だからね、そうやって細かい間違いを指摘しないの。大体合ってればいいんだから。80% ぐらい合ってるでしょ。
See what you
だ
did
ったらそれ
there.
でいいの。
No ballparks were involved. You are not even in the right time zone.
そんなわけないでしょうが。ちょっとやってみなさいよ。どこが違うか私が見てあげるから。
Trust me, you don't want to know. You want me to show you first base like we did the other day? I really don't.
いいから。良いよ。いいからほらやってみなさい。私が有事にやったというその接吻とやろう。
Alright, if you insist, I'll give you a demonstration. Clearing my throat, I approached Michiru.
ふむ、再現してもらおうじゃないか。
I warned you. Don't say that I did not warn you after this. This is not my doing. Understand that.
ちょっと近すぎじゃない？なんで接吻するのにそんなに近づくの？
Well, you can't do that from a distance, you know. That's sort of how it works.
ああ、そうよね。何しろ接吻だものね。それで私がどうしたって？
This. Holding Michiru's chin steady between my thumb and index finger, I pressed my lips against hers. It's the same kind of abrupt kiss she gave me the other day. I don't think there was any tongue involved back then, so I keep things simple, you know. Michiru stares at me from point-blank range, an expression of blank incomprehension on her face. But that's the expression she always wears, so... Which isn't really a romantic thing, so I keep my eyes open as well. Maybe it would have been better manners to shut them? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. After a brief moment, I slowly pull back. Our lips cling together for a brief, reluctant moment. Very reluctant moment. Then part with a small smack. So ends our second visit to first base. She liked that. You can tell. There you go. First base. You want to see second? This is what you did to me the other day. I don't understand why. And I'm getting that you don't either, right? Okay, allow me to explain the fact. First base is a common metaphor for kissing. I tried to explain this, but you kept cutting me off, so don't blame me. Baseball had absolutely nothing to do with it. That's a metaphor. Yeah, okay. Okay, looks like you understand now. Getting somewhere. Any questions? You want me to do it again? Okay, that's a common question. I get that a lot. Go ahead. God, I've kissed her into a stupor. No questions, okay. Oh, question? Return to your goal post, whatever. Go away. I don't know what a post is supposed to be, but I guess that's a wrap for the moment. It's alright. I know it's wrong. Don't worry about it. Just your everyday case of temporary insanity. This is Mahama Academy for you. You could say that. Nothing to get to. Oh, I didn't think she'd be this badly shocked. I mean, I'm either amazing or horrible at kissing. I kinda don't want to know which. I feel a little bad now.
Kazami-san, Michiru-sama ni warui koto shita n desu ka? Warui koto wa ikenai to omoimasu. Manbiki desu ka? Manbiki o nasatta n desu ka? Manbiki wa warui koto desu.
Yeah, shoplifting is a very bad thing, and I'm sorry, but I didn't shoplift. Did you shoplift? Trying to put the blame on me? Shoplifting is bad, Sashi. I've told you this several times. Is that where you get your maid outfits? You just keep stealing them? She's the one who asked me to do it, so this is ultimately her fault. Right? Right. It's all our fault.
Manbiki o desu ka? Michiru-sama wa warui desu ne.
No. What? Listen to what I'm saying. Shoplifting was not involved. It was larceny. A little visit to first base, you know.
接吻？接吻とはキスのことでしょうか？ミチル様がそれを望まれたんですか？
Yeah, you know, I couldn't believe it either. Kind of funny. She did ask me to do it.
なかなか難しいお話ですね。少し理解するのに時間がかかりそうです。
I imagine so. I don't understand it myself either.
風見さんが理解できないなら私には到底無理そうです。はい。
Okay, then see you later, I guess.
はい。みちる様がこぼした水を拭き取ってまいります。
Have fun. Judging from the reaction, Michiru doesn't have much romantic experience. There's a good chance that the girl's second first kiss. Oh, that's pretty crazy. Second first kiss. Oh, that's a good title for the video. Now, considering her age, it'd be a little on the late side, but maybe not. Everyone in the school has their circumstances, right? Probably doesn't make any sense to measure them against typical standards, right?
ミチル様がまた同じバケツでしっかりなさってください。
I think Michiru liked it. Looks like I'll have to prepare for the possibility this develops into PTSD. Guess Michiru might actually have been a bit of a sheltered princess. Just a little bit. Alrighty, I think that'll be it for the video, and I will see you all next time on more of the Fruit of Grisaia. Have a good day.